Hey, hey! Oh, no, it still says day 3. I'm just going to put my finger over that. Day 4. This is Rock Your Money Happy Hour, day 4. And I am Rebecca. Just keep my finger there. My name is Rebecca Eve, and here, maybe you want to look at me instead of that thing. What? Hey! My name is Rebecca Eve, and I am the founder and chief financial rock star at Rock Your Money, which is a financial education and coaching company that helps women be confident and in control of their finances. Today and all this week, we've been doing a Rock Your Money Happy Hour series on Periscope, which is, if you're watching the YouTube replay, you're going to be very confused, but hello, hey, Jottie's here again. She's like my biggest fan this week. Thank you so much. If you're watching the replay on YouTube, then you're like, what is happening? Why is she talking to someone? What's with those hearts like she keeps asking about and talking about? This is a Periscope. This is a live streaming broadcast where people can chime in and talk to me via their phones while they're watching. Can't do that on YouTube, but that's what's going on. So if you're confused while you're watching the replay, that's what happened. This was originally broadcast on Periscope. So we've been talking all this week about money questions you've been too embarrassed to ask. We've talked about budgeting. We've talked about savings while paying off debt. And we also talked yesterday about credit reports and credit scores. We've got one more day after today. So if you have a question, now's your chance. Post it on our Facebook page, Facebook Rock Your Money. Post it on our Instagram page, Rock Your Money, also there, or you can just send it to us in a private message. It will only be me. If you're too embarrassed, it will only be me and my team reviewing these questions, so don't worry about that. Or if you're not embarrassed, just blast it out in the comments, and we will see what we do for tomorrow. This is going to be good times. That's our last one. So today's question is super juicy, super exciting, as you could tell from the title of the broadcast. It is, drumroll, should I transfer my balance to a 0% card? Now, this is a question that I know you're too embarrassed to ask, because I get asked this question all the time, and somebody actually asked that in the context of this happy hour. So I know this is on your mind. And so here's, I'll give you my snappy answer, and then we'll get into like the meat and potatoes of the whole thing. So should I transfer my balance, my credit card balance or balances to a 0% card? Okay, so off the top of my head answer to that is, if you're asking the question, probably not yet. But I'm going to give you the tools right now to help you figure out whether you should and when you're ready. So there are going to be 4 questions, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you want to be able to answer yes to all of these before you know that you're ready. Once you can answer yes to all of them, then you're good to go. So ready? Here we go. So question 1 is, do you have a plan, and do you know that you will be able to pay off your balances before the end of this promotional period? And let me tell you, if a credit card company is offering you, yes, hearts for that, if a credit card company is offering you 0% interest rate, then that is definitely a promotion. Like 100%, that is going away at some point in hopefully the not near future, but at some point in the future, that is going away. And you're not going to like what you see when that promotional period expires if you're still carrying a balance. I promise you, they're not going to give you like a really awesome, like it's going to go from like 0 to hero, but not in a good way. I guess that doesn't even make sense. It's going to go from 0 to something bad, like once the promotional period expires. So, okay, so the question is, right? So, do you have a plan? Do you know if you're going to be able to pay the balance off in that time? If you answer yes to that question, you're not ready yet, but you can move to question 2. If you answered no, well, guess what you should do? You could buy this book. I'm not even going to bother being like I'm shamelessly plugging it, because this is really what will help you. Hey, yay, now it's a real party. She Dares is here. Yay. So yeah, if you're, I got all distracted with the hearts and all the excitement. So if you answer no to that first question, as do you have a plan and do you know you're going to be able to pay it off? If you answered no, then this book is going to help you create that plan. This Dominate Your Debt. It's going to answer all of the types of, this book goes through all of the types of questions that I'm asking you and I've been asking you this week, and not just giving you the answers, but giving you the way to figure out the answer for yourself so that you figure out what you really need to happen. Okay, so if no, by the book. Question number 2. If this is your, hey Rudy, this is your, now you're going to get a makes financial sense question. So the financial sense question is, is the interest that you're paying, hi, where are you from, Rudy? Tell us about yourself. Now I got all like this, I can't do this Periscope thing, I'm telling you, this is really hard for those of you who have not done it. So are the fees that you're paying on your credit card, or that you would pay to transfer the balance? California, what up? Riverside, California. We're in New York City over here. We're a long ways away. Are the fees that you're going to pay to do the balance transfer, because there will always be fees, are those fees less than the interest that you're already paying? Okay, so that's your financial sense question. And remember, we talked the other day about how debt doesn't even make financial sense. So we're not really talking about like, oh, well, you know, sure, it's 0% interest, so obviously I'm going to be paying less interest, so that's the right thing to do. It's not that simple, right? Debt doesn't make financial sense, so you can't apply that kind of logic when you're trying to figure out how to deal with your debt. But you get this financial sense question. So are the fees less than the interest that you are paying, or that you are paying currently? If yes, we're not done yet. You're going to move to the next question. If no, or you don't know, I will get back. We're kind of answering that actually, Rudy. Is consolidated credit a good idea? So we're talking about whether to transfer your balance to a 0% card. So it's basically, we're going through that. So yes, if you have a plan, is basically the summary of what we're talking about. So if your answer is yes, that the fees are less, then you move on to the next question. If the answer is no, then you're not ready. Or if you don't know, you're not ready to transfer your balance. Here comes. I'll teach you how to figure that out in this book. But meanwhile, you need to figure out that answer. And if the answer is no, that the fees are not less, then you're going to want to move on to the next question. So, because it still might make financial sense. So that's true. Some companies don't take credit cards. That's absolutely true. So question 3 is, can you support yourself without going into more debt while you are paying off this 0% card? That's a big one. That's like a monster size one, right? Because it's not good enough that you've transferred your balances onto the 0% card if you still have expenses that you need to pay, if you're going to be going into debt to pay those expenses. And word to the wise, it depends on the terms, and I'm giving you a sneak preview because that's the next question. But you want to peek at the terms of the credit card and find out whether new purchases also get a 0% interest rate, or if the 0% only applies to the balance transfer, because that could be huge, right? Because you could transfer the balance of 0%. I'm getting hearts for that. That's something to think about. If you're getting 0%, if you're going to be paying 0% on the balance transfer, but you still, you have no other means of paying for the things that you need to be paying for while you're paying off that balance transfer, you're going to be answering no to this question. You're not ready. Get that plan figured out. Womp! It looks the same upside down or on my head. Dominate Your Debt by Rebecca Eve Selko. Available on Amazon.com. So if you answer yes, if you can support yourself, you go on to the final question. If you answered no, get your plan figured out, okay? So final question, and this is one I just alluded to. Have you read the fine print, and do you know the terms of this balance transfer offer? I can speak. Do you know the terms of the balance transfer offer? If yes, go for it. If you got 4 yeses, 1, 2, 3, 4, then go forth, transfer your balance with my blessing. If not, if you got a no to that one, but you got 3 other yeses, then very simply read the fine print, make sure you know what's up, right? Like, so one of the things that could be buried in there is whether it applies to new purchases or not. It's going to definitely tell you what the interest rate's going to be when it expires. It's going to tell you when it's going to expire. Those are kind of the main things. I can tell you, oh, thank you, Rudy. Appreciate that. Rudy says I'm awesome and gave me 3 hearts, so that's exciting. Thank you very much. So yeah, so if you got a no to this one, 3 other yeses, go forward. If you got more than one no, and then, okay, this is the last time you're going to see it today, but you're going to see it more in the future. Dominate Your Debt, available on Amazon. This book is going to walk you through exactly how to create that plan that you need to figure out whether you should transfer your balance and whether that makes sense for you. So the last thing that I want to say about this is that 0% balance transfers are, it's a great tool. It's really a great tool to pay off your debt. And it's a phase 2 tool. Phase 1 is figuring out your plan. And I'm getting so many hearts today. This obviously is resonating with people, or you're just feeling very loving. So phase 1 is the actual plan. So the mechanism of transferring the balance to the 0% card is something that can help you once you already know how you're going to be handling your debt. Phase 2, transferring the balance, that's the implementation phase. So you want to get to phase 1 first. This payoff strategy of transferring your balance, like, this is not going to save you from your debt. Like, you're still going to have to repay it, right? So it's not like the debt goes away just because you're not paying interest on it. You still have to figure out how to pay it. So because once you transfer the balance, the clock is ticking. You want to make sure, if I owe a total of $4,000 in credit card debt, should I get a loan or a credit card? Oh man, well, that depends. That depends on a lot. You know what will help you figure that out? This book, but I will write that question down. If I owe $4,000, should I get a personal loan or credit card? It really depends. It depends on the terms of your credit card, depends on the terms of your loan, it depends how much cash you have, it really depends on all the other elements of your financial situation, because debt does not exist in its own special place, separate from the rest of your finances. So I can't give you an answer to that one, but I give you some things to think about, right? So the balance transfer is not going to be something that's going to save you from the debt. It's just going to be something that can help you pay it off. So once you transfer that balance, that's what I was saying, the clock starts ticking. So you've only got, maybe 12, 16, 18, 24 months, something like that, to figure out how you're going to pay it off before that interest rate's going to go whoosh, and you get stuck, if you don't pay it off, in that stinky cycle of debt, which we don't want to be in that cycle. That cycle is thumbs down to the stinky cycle. That's why it's stinky. If you have already transferred your balance onto a 0% card and that clock is ticking for you, OMG, get your plan. And you're like, should I have done that? It's not too late. It's not too late to start. Get your plan in place. Figure out how you're going to pay that off. And if that means you have to bring more money in, spending less money, whatever you need to do, it does suck so much. I know, it sucks so much. Debt really sucks so much. And I'm sorry that it's your ex-girlfriend's fault. Ugh. Pesky ex-girlfriends. I feel for you, man. I feel. Or woman, actually. I don't know. Are you a man or a woman? I don't know. So if you're already done, you need a plan, the clock is ticking, then get yourself settled with your plan. Okay, sorry. I don't know. I'm sorry about your ex-girlfriend doing this to you, and I hope that you get it figured out. Want to see it one more time? Here's a book that can help you. Okay, so get this book and stay tuned. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to share with y'all today is to stay tuned tomorrow. Yay, book. Tomorrow, thank you for the hearts. Tomorrow, I'm going to be introducing something I'm really, really excited about that we're in the process of developing, which is a challenge, a free challenge that's designed to take you step by step through not necessarily creating the plan. Not necessarily creating the plan, but getting the building blocks in place to create the plan and getting some of the pieces of the plan in place. Yeah, it's going to be freaking mind-blowingly amazing. And it's going to be a free challenge. We're going to be doing it for 14 days. So details are coming. In the meanwhile, tomorrow's our last day of this happy hour series. We will have made it, but we haven't yet, so I have to use the present perfect tense or whatever that is. So we will have made it tomorrow, but to the end of our happy hour. So today is the second to last day, so now is your chance. If I have not answered your burning question and really embarrassing question, thank you, She Dares. She's really enjoyed these. If I have not answered your burning question, more of these, more. Oh, okay, thanks. See, you see, I'm actually blushing. Thank you. It's nerve-wracking to be out here live. And like, I'm, by the way, in a conference room. You can see I'm at my office, and I'm in a conference room. So it's like my voice is all echoey and cray-cray. It's like, and I'm talking to myself. I put the blinds down so that nobody else could see what the heck. They're like, what is this girl doing? So here I am. We will be back here tomorrow. Same bad time, same bad channel, 4 p.m. Eastern. One more question to go. If I haven't answered your question yet, ask a question. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram. We're at Rock Your Money. Follow me here on Periscope at Miss Rebecca Eve. Invite your friends, tell your friends, and get ready for this challenge because it's going to be freaking amazing. Thank you all so much for being here. You rock, and have a great rest of your Thursday. Bye. Okay, I don't know how to stop this broadcast. Oh God. Okay. Stop broadcast. My phone froze. So we're just gonna still be talking. Hello. I can't, like, it literally won't. And we can't stop, and we won't stop.